Hey guys, welcome to the PerDreamy podcast. I'm Kevin,
And I'm Nick,
and
and
yeah,
we are here just talking about random stuff. Right now, this first episode, we're going to be talking about Marvel. Kevin, if you like to talk about what is it exactly we're going to be talking about?
today we're gonna be talking about episodes 1 and 2 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And before we get into it, bro, I just want to ask, like, Nick, what did you think about the first 2 episodes before I even give my opinion?
Um, I really like them, honestly. So far, it really, I don't know, like, it's just really, you could feel the MCU energy off of it, where it just feels like it picked up right after what's happened in Endgame and what's happened months afterwards. Um, I would say I enjoyed the both episodes that we got to see. Hopefully, the next episodes that keep coming up every Friday will be very entertaining, and hopefully, we see some crazy stuff for the future of the MCU.
Okay, like, I also have another question. So with these first 2 episodes, right? Um, fuck, what was I gonna say? Like with us, with the whole pandemic thing going on, like we haven't, like outside of like WandaVision, we haven't had like a lot of stuff like Marvel wise come out. Like what, like was it worth the wait? Basically.
Um, I would say, yeah. I mean, it's been what, like a year or two that Endgame came out,
Yeah.
and or wait, no, it's been a year, and
Wait,
Endgame came out, and then
almost
no,
a
yeah, it's
year because
actually
it's
been two.
March. It came out in April.
Yeah, yeah,
Wait, no, not
yeah,
almost a year. It's been almost 2 years.
yeah. That's what I was thinking of
Oh
because a year ago is when the pandemic started. Damn, yeah, we waited a really long time for all this MCU stuff coming out finally on like Disney Plus and all that and being announced. Because shoot, we were supposed to get Black Widow like earlier, but obviously it got delayed and all that.
right.
Um, which we will be definitely talking about once that comes out.
Oh, it was def. And like Endgame wasn't even the last movie, was it? It was Spider Man.
Spider-Man, yeah, because that was based off like a year or so. I don't know. It's a weird timeline with everything that they do with all these movies and shows of the MCU. But yeah, we waited a really long time for a lot of this stuff. WandaVision really picked it up for everyone who watched them. Was just really fun and exciting, and getting to see the other side of Wanda, where we got to see a very very crazy part on her when Endgame happened, where she basically was destroying
Yeah.
Thanos. Um, but yeah, I mean, I would say definitely worth the wait. It's been a hot minute, and it's pretty cool how we're gonna get to see all this MCU stuff as a reality show or a TV show, where it's just gonna be something every Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
Leading up to something bigger in the future, hopefully. As we know, WandaVision is definitely going to pick up again afterwards in the new Doctor Strange movie that's coming out next year, I believe.
Yeah. And like,
Um,
oh my bad, bro.
yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, but like, what I thought about like the first 2 episodes of the Falcon and Winter Soldier. First of all, this is the series I was mostly hyped for. I wasn't really hyped for WandaVision. Like when it first like got announced, like I was just gonna be like I'm gonna watch it because like it's Marvel. Like I'm gonna watch it. But like,
Yeah,
um, it wasn't. I wasn't really checking for it. But WandaVision turned out to be really good, except for that ending. I wasn't really fucking with that ending. But like, yeah. But like Falcon and Winter Soldier, like I was hyped for this because like first of all, fight scenes and like who they got to like coordinate the fight scenes.
no, I don't actually.
The director of John Wick.
Oh, shoot, I
Yeah.
love John Wick movies.
And they were like, Kevin Feige was like, yeah, man, like we want that John Wick action in this movie. And I saw that with these first 2 episodes, like with the scene
Definitely
where
on the second episode too.
yeah, like literally, like with
It was on
Falcon and the plane and stuff like that.
the plane scene on the first episode, but the second episode, that's where they showed that very pretty intense and kind of anxiety high level fight scene in the on top of those trucks when they were fighting off those flag smasher people, and then that's when John Walker and damn, I already forgot the dude's name. I'm sorry.
Battlestar.
Now. Battlestar, yeah, where they both jumped in and they were trying to be part of this. I guess you could say Avengers level type of fight.
Like, what are the small things that you noticed about that fight scene?
The one thing I wouldn't say it's a small thing, but definitely when Bucky caught the shield and handed it off to John Walker, that was a pretty funny thing that happened because back then, or I forgot which Cap movie it was. I'm pretty sure it was the Winter Soldier movie. I'm pretty sure, but that's where he caught the shield in this one scene in the movie where Cap threw the shield behind Bucky without looking. The man just turns around and grabs it with his damn super soldier arm that he has. So just seeing him bringing back that same reenactment, I guess you could say, doing it to John Walker was just pretty funny to me. Yeah, I mean, it was a really intense fight scene, honestly.
It's really I didn't even notice that. Like, I didn't even notice that callback. But until you just said that, I did not notice that callback. That's actually kind of wild.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got to think about it. Winter Soldier and or most of it, this whole show right now, from the looks of it, is that Bucky is really just upset at Falcon for giving up the shield just like that. So, there's going to be definitely a lot of callbacks, and especially just because of how significant this friendship that Bucky has for Cap.
What do you think of the Sam and Bucky being broke?
Sam and Bucky, that's pretty crazy for Avengers.
Yeah.
Just being broke like that, not having enough money, but
like, they saved the world. Like, I could understand why Tony wouldn't leave them money, like, with them being on Cap's side, and then, like, with Bucky killing his parents, even though he was mind controlled. I feel like that's something that people look over. Like, yes, Bucky killed Tony's parents, but it wasn't him. Like, he was under mind control, and he remembers all the people that he killed because, like, yes, like, part of him was still in his brain, but, like, he was literally under mind control. And that's another thing people look over, like, in Civil War, and why people choose Iron Man's side, which is stupid, but whatever. Continue.
Yeah, I mean, then again, what do they need the money for?
I mean, just to live.
Like, shoot, I don't really think Falcon's gonna go ahead and walk down the street and get some Taco Bell or something like that. So, I mean, I don't see really the point of them really carrying that much money anyways. But yeah, it's kind of crazy on the fact that they don't have any type of income at all. But then again, remember, they signed all that, the accord, I forgot the name of it, the official thing already.
The Sokovia Accords?
Yeah, so that's part of the government, so obviously, they don't want to be with the government, so I'm assuming they're just trying to have some sort of cash instead of anything going through, like, debit cards or credit cards. Who knows?
Because, in the episode, where, you remember when Bucky was, I think it was the first one, yeah, he was talking to his therapist, and she was like, he got pardoned. So, like, the government definitely knows that, like, Bucky exists and he's in the real world. But, like, because he saved the world,
that he has no money.
Yeah. And they...
like, we gotta get this broke-ass dude out of here.
Yeah, but, like...
You gotta help him out.
Like, he got pardoned from all his crimes because he saved the world. Like, I get that. But, like, yes, there's the thing of, like, why didn't you compensate him? Okay. Yeah. And then there's, like, I lost what I was gonna say. Like, dang. Do you know what I was getting at?
No, not really, honestly. I would need a little bit more details into that.
Yeah, like, of course, like, you pardoned him for all his crimes, and, like, you definitely know he exists, so, like, why wouldn't you at least put him in accommodable, like, housing? I don't know if that's the word for it, but, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you saw, like, in his apartment, he only had, like, a table, a TV, and, like, I don't even think he had any other furniture other than that.
Yeah, he had, like, a couch, I think it was, but he wasn't even sleeping on the couch.
Nah, he was sleeping on the floor.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the TV was on the floor, too. It didn't have, like, a stand or anything like that, so...
Like, what's going on there? And then, like, Sam can't even get a loan from the bank.
Yeah. The dude was like, oh, I know who you are, and then it's like, yeah, no, I still can't help you out either way.
Like, that's so crazy to think, but, like, honestly, like, I like that they did that, because, like, not everything comes easy. It doesn't matter if you're an Avenger or not, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, it doesn't matter who you are, what you represent. Like, you're gonna get your money the way you want to, or the way you would want, or get it.
And that brings me to the point, like with like the social issues and all that, with the episodes and all and stuff. Like you remember in the second episode where the cops stopped Sam and Bucky?
Yeah, so that was actually a very, I would say that was a very important part. Showing what's going on in the real life right now. Well, you know, a lot of this type of stuff, racism happens a lot. So it was pretty crazy how, like, literally the first thing they did was stop Falcon.
Right, because they thought he was the aggressor.
Yeah, but again, they only did that just because of his skin. But once again, this is Kevin Feige, you know, seeing, like, he knows what's going on, obviously, outside. And, you know, maybe some people won't take it as like, oh, no, it's not that. But it's definitely, you know, based off of what's going on in the real world. So that was really cool, honestly. Well, I wouldn't say it's cool, but, you know, it was just, it's something very important that just makes sense to bring into something that's going to be very popular out in the streaming services where people are going to be watching. But yeah, it was pretty funny how they thought it was Falcon, and then all of a sudden at the end of the whole conversation, or, you know, the whole interaction, it ended up being Bucky getting arrested.
Right. And you know, it's crazy, like, the cop was so, like, furious, and he was talking to Falcon. He was like, hey, I need your ID. And then, like, as soon as they realized, oh, well, Bucky, we have a warrant out for your arrest. So
yeah, he talked all nice with him, but again, that's literally what's happening out there in the real world.
No, literally.
That's, you know, they will go up to you and not even ask you for your ID very nicely like that, the way they did for Bucky. But again, it's just, that's the real stuff that's going on.
Just the way it is. Like, and how do you, like, do you like social issues in your superhero movies?
I would say, if, you know, it's not a problem for me, but as long as it still stick to the material of what it's supposed to be and it makes sense,
right,
go for it. But you know, they just can't force feed us those type of stuff, because it's just like, you know, we get it, it's one of, you know, a Marvel film, everyone's obviously going to be watching it and whatnot. I would say them force feeding those type of, like, real world problems wouldn't really make sense. But again, when they throw it in, like, little scenes like the way they did in that episode 2, that makes more sense. And again, they were out there literally just walking onto the streets to go back to where they were at, and I mean, they just get stopped out of nowhere. So
right, they were having a conversation amongst themselves, and boom, it's a problem. Like what?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like, in that's stuff that's happened to my friends, like, on the real world. Like, when I was in school out in Morgan, like, I've had friends that got stopped by the cops, like, just because they were just talking, or, like, just out and about, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's just with the stuff that's going on with the police brutality and stuff like that, and everything, like, with racism in general, like, this stuff is real. And so, like, and like you said, I don't want them, like, force feeding it to us, like, and, like, forcing it and just putting it in our material. But, like, when you put it in, like, subtly like that, and, like, and it still, like, relates to the material, like, yeah, like, that's when it's good. That's when it's not like, oh, you're doing too much, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Which is why it comes to with our introduction, or them introducing finally for the first time Isaiah Bradley, or what was supposed to be the Black Captain America.
Yep.
And that was a pretty sad scene, honestly. Just seeing all of that, like, you could just feel Isaiah's feelings in, like, that emotion. Yeah, and that scene, like, it was just really sad hearing about how the man's been arrested for 30 years for no reason, got his blood taken out, got all this, like, you know, science work onto this man's body, and yet he still has the super strength when, you know, he grabbed that it looked like a container or something like that where he carries his cigarettes or something like that. Yeah, he just chucked the damn thing into the wall, and it stayed there. Till this day, probably legend says that thing is still stuck there.
No, seriously.
Because, sheesh, dude, that dude has some crazy strength. Just imagine what type of scene it would have been just seeing like, you know, him in his young age fighting Bucky when he mentioned about the whole bar fight.
Right? Do you think we're gonna get a flashback scene of that? I hope we do.
I hope we do, but I don't think they will put in the effort to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be really cool to see that type of fight scene because, again, Isaiah Bradley is a very important guy, and from what I was looking into the comic books and whatever, he was the Black Captain America.
Right.
Like, that's important.
But like people weren't ready for a Black Captain America then, so he's kind of hidden.
Yeah, so they just kept him hidden away, and you saw Falcon. He felt some pain too, just, you know, hearing about how this black superhero was locked up for no reason and kept away for years and years and years. He would have been so useful to help out, or, you know, he would have been very perfect for the Avengers.
Right.
Like, you know how cool that would have been to just seeing this man being there with them and seeing how strong he is?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the dude would have been amazing in there. So, I mean, it'll be pretty cool, you know, if they set up something for the future films, maybe a flashback type of film where it's a prequel of Isaiah Bradley when he was growing up.
Oh, I would watch that, dude.
That would be a pretty cool film to watch. You know, then he has a son there, which I was looking into some.
That was his grandson, actually, but yeah.
Grandson, yeah. But I think his name was Elijah Bradley.
Is it Elijah Bradley? Hold on, I'm gonna look that up actually.
So if I'm not mistaken, if that is Elijah, I read that he's actually a very important character from the comic books too. He's
Patriot.
He's part of the Young Avengers, which, I mean, low key, they're kind of setting up the Young Avengers already with Billy and Tommy from WandaVision, Kate Bishop for the Hawkeye series that's coming out.
Right.
They have
even Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man. They have him coming up right now. And then again, like, who knows what's gonna happen in this Spider-Man film where they might be bringing into the multiverse, and who knows if it's gonna be, you know, just Garfield and Maguire. It might be some other actors too. Hopefully, maybe Miles Morales, which would be really cool to see him finally in theaters.
Right.
And live action too. But yeah, I see them definitely potentially setting up a Young Avengers type of movie here at some point in the future. Then again, you gotta remember there is a couple Avenger movies that are coming out in like 5 years from now or something like that.
Okay, yeah, something like that. There's really like no like word of, but like we know like an Avengers movie's come out soon, especially if like all these big names are coming out, like Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, like Captain Marvel, and even a new Black Panther movie. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but hey, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but like let's bring it back to the Isaiah Bradley scene, right? When you were talking about his grandson Elijah or Eli, did you notice in that scene like they were trying to hide his face a little bit?
I think I did realize that. Honestly, it just looked like they were trying not to show any emotions out of him. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say, but for that part, but yeah, I definitely did notice that.
Do you think he has his powers, or do you think that he's gonna get some sort of super soldier serum in the future?
I feel like he might have it.
Yeah, like he's just hiding it just for now.
Yeah. We might, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see something with him in these upcoming like episodes for
we're definitely
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah, like it definitely won't happen in the next episode 3, but it'll most likely happen in maybe like the final 2 episodes that come out, or even maybe an end credit scene at the end. Who knows? I mean, then again, we don't know what these guys are planning up to, or what they're making in these series, because again, a lot of people assumed a lot of things for WandaVision, and most of it didn't even come out the way it was supposed to be. So again, this is all just crazy stuff that we might be seeing, maybe not. But yeah, it should be definitely interesting to see if they'll maybe show that he has powers already, or if not, he'll be gaining his powers later on.
Yeah.
Then again, he is still young. He looks pretty young too.
Do you think he's the same age that Isaiah was when he got his powers?
I'm not sure. Is there like an actual thing of what age Isaiah got his powers or not?
I don't know. When did Isaiah Bradley did get his power? Because I'm just spitballing here. I'm just asking. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it should be interesting. Once again, who knows? Maybe he has it and he's just hiding it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he didn't want to show the Avengers that, or he didn't want to show Bucky and Falcon that he has the powers already. They maybe want him to be, a part of whatever they got going on, but the kid's probably afraid to go out there still, and he's still trying to get used to his powers if he does have them.
Okay.
So.
Do you think they stayed hidden because they just didn't want to get taken again because of Isaiah's experience? Because he was like Hydra did tests on him and all that.
Yeah, it's definitely that too. I forgot to bring that up, but yeah, I mean, definitely with him not wanting to show that, it indicates that again, if he does have his powers, he doesn't want to experience what Isaiah went through. And obviously, I'm assuming Isaiah went detail by detail, telling everything to Elijah about everything that happened to him.
Right.
Growing up with this type of responsibility with powers. So I'm pretty sure, he wants Elijah to be safe, and he doesn't want him to go out there and get hurt and go through all this testing, even go get arrested for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it definitely will be that definitely plays into it a lot. But again, we'll probably never know. Maybe at some episode at the end or whatever, they'll probably show a scene where Falcon and Bucky will be taking in Elijah as a partner, and him coming along with them everywhere they go.
Like at some point, like he's gonna make an appearance. Like he has to make an appearance. He might not be in costume yet. I don't think he's gonna have his costume, like his comic accurate costume yet. But he's gonna help them at some point. Like he has to.
Yeah, this is definitely not the final time we see him.
But do you think that when he comes in, do you think it's gonna be because Isaiah has died somehow, because like somebody found out about him and they just kill him, or do you think Isaiah's just gonna let him go off on his own?
I don't see Isaiah letting Elijah go on his own. Just seeing what happened to Isaiah growing up.
Right.
If anything, unfortunately, if they killed off Isaiah, or something happens to him, Elijah might do it on just based off of the honor of him.
Mm-hmm.
So you could definitely see that happen.
Because I think Bucky just going to see him, like I feel like that just opened up a can of worms that can't be put back in. Like he took a big risk going to see him and like knowing his location, because like they could have been tracked, anything. And yeah, I
mean, remember Battlestar was telling in that same episode to Falcon that they literally tracked them down their location through Red Wing.
Like
so,
that's
I mean,
crazy.
Then again, they don't have Red Wing anymore. Obviously, rest in peace, Red Wing.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Hopefully, we'll see a new one in the future.
Oh, most definitely.
But yeah, they hacked into his system, and they just tracked them down and all that. So, we definitely, it's a lot of shady stuff going on there with the government and with the Avengers that are not with the government.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that should be interesting to see.
Okay. Well, what was I thinking? Shit, I had something that just poofed away. Fuck. What was I thinking? Oh, what do you think of John Walker? We haven't talked about him like pretty much at all.
Yeah, so I guess the main question about these 2 episodes so far is how do we feel about the new Captain America?
Yeah, like I think he was just made to just piss us off. Like Feige knows.
Yeah. I don't know. The dude's kind of shady.
Mm-hmm. Shady as fuck.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think he has. I don't know. I just don't see him lasting too long as being this good Captain America that he's trying to be or portray.
Right. Like especially at the end of that episode when he was like, "Stay out of my way."
Yeah, he acted very cocky right there, but I don't know. I find the guy very weird. We definitely probably are just seeing him right now, just trying to gain some sort of knowledge and trying to understand how do the two duos of this show work together. He's trying to just get into their heads and trying to figure out. Because again, I mean, the dude's Captain America, and he didn't even have a plan when they were trying to figure out what should they do next. When after the fight scene and the at the trucks.
Nope.
So I mean, who knows what John Walker is really going to be doing? But I don't know. The only thing I could really think of for that guy is he's very shady.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't really trust him for too much longer because who knows what he's going to be up to.
I mean, I've been trusting him since I
Um,
first saw him. Like, he's just annoying.
yeah, yeah, he's just one of those people that has just such a punchable face.
No, seriously, they
But
said he looked like the old man from Up.
no, yeah, I've seen those pictures. Um, yeah, that was a very, I don't know. Everything is very weird about this dude. Battlestar, he's another guy that looks very shady right now too.
Oh, most definitely.
Just him trying to go under the wing of John Walker's Captain America and whatnot. Um, who knows what type of intentions he has as well.
Because they're like best friends. They're supposed to be like knockoff Cap and Bucky.
Yeah, it's just knockoff of those two, or if anything, a knockoff of
Cap
Cap
and
and Sam. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
who knows? I mean, those two guys are very shady right now. We'll definitely see more into their stuff.
Did you see their cute little handshake that they did on top of the truck?
Oh, that wasn't even a handshake. That was like a fist pump or like a forearm bump or something like that.
I don't know, bro. It was stupid.
Yeah,
They're just made to be annoying.
Yeah, it's like you're supposed to watch these episodes to enjoy them, and it's like these guys are just trying to piss us off by seeing these two douchebags that are trying to.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I have actually some questions over here, so that I wanted to ask, or your opinion on them. So the Flag Smashers.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
These
we
people are
didn't
kind
talk
of
about the Flag
important.
Smashers.
Yeah, so these guys are kind of, this group in general is very important from what we're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously they're doing some shady stuff right now. They're stealing from the government, obviously, because they say that the world was better when the blip happened.
Yeah.
But, seeing these people, this group, all of them are super strong.
Yeah.
So they must have had some sort of interaction with that super serum at some point.
Maybe.
So that kind of...
Or they made a new one.
Yeah, or maybe they might have made a new one, which brings me to what I was going to say. Do you think this is Thunder Ross' plan? Do you think he's maybe the power broker that they keep mentioning about we haven't seen yet?
Probably. Because, I was going to bring up something about the power broker. Have you watched Jessica Jones at all? Like the Netflix series?
I did watch it.
Yeah, remember?
I don't remember too much of it, but
okay.
Let's see.
Did you get to the part where, she met up with her mom and all that?
I might have.
Okay. Well, with her meeting up with her mom, she met, the power broker from that series, and they called him the power broker, and that's what, gave Jessica and her mom the powers. And I doubt they're gonna use the same actor for the power broker because
just because that is a Netflix series.
Yeah, they've retconned that and that's fine. But if they do, that would be kind of cool. And if they can use that actor, they could definitely bring back Charlie Cox for Spider-Man. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. But but
them introducing the Netflix people onto the MCU, that would be pretty cool to see finally.
Honestly, bro. But to go back to what you were saying,
I'm definitely right now. I kind of have an idea of who the power broker be, and it might be actually Thunder Ross.
Mm-hmm.
He might be definitely a play into everything that's going on with all these people having the super serum. Because they're bringing Zemo.
Right.
And for the next episode for sure.
Oh,
and who knows what Bucky's going to be doing with him. But I think Zemo definitely is going to be looked at the anti-hero in this, and I don't think he's really the one that got into getting all these people the super serum, because it's really going to be based off of the people who came out years ago with that stuff.
Right.
You know, with Bucky, with Isaiah. You know, they had that one very specific group of people that came out of life from all that stuff. So this is definitely a very new, more modern age group of people with the super serum right now. And then again, remember they're making a She-Hulk series, and from what I was reading, is Thunder Ross is supposed to appear in that. So that means that he could be the Red Hulk by then. Who knows? But definitely from right now, I believe Power Broker is the nickname or code name for Thunder Ross right now. And again, I could be wrong, but I'm definitely sticking with that. With that being the main person. But what do you think about the whole thing of my theory of that, or who do you think might be the Power Broker or behind all this?
It could be Thunder Ross, because like with the Incredible Hulk, he was trying to recreate it back in 2008. So, like, you know what I mean? So it could be Power Broker, honestly. It could be Thunder Ross, because like you said, the She-Hulk series is coming out, and like Mark Ruffalo set to appear in that.
Yeah.
So it definitely, I think you're right. I think he's gonna make like a surprise cameo at the end. It's gonna be surprise or something. It's gonna be good.
Maybe a little cameo of Red Hulk. Maybe a little close-up shot of the Red Hulk's eyes or something like that, or Thunder Ross getting the Red Hulk eyes.
That could be true.
Yeah, Thunder Ross was definitely on search for the super serum for a while already. So who knows if maybe he just finally found it and made his own super serum, and this is what it's gonna lead into that She-Hulk series. Maybe not. Or then again, why do these young group of people called the Flag Smashers have the super strength? I mean,
I don't know.
Again, the girl Carla, I think is her name, right? Carly,
something like that.
She has super strength. She was beating the shit out of Bucky and Falcon.
Yeah.
And even like John Walker and all those people, like the fact that she was able to fight them back, like it just shows that something's definitely weird about this group, that they definitely have something that we don't know about yet, and we'll probably find out later on.
But you know what's crazy? I don't think they're the villains of the series. I think there's going to be an even bigger bad than them. And that's going to be either John Walker or somebody other than him, to be honest. It might be Thunder Ross.
Yeah. That's why, again, I don't think they're really going to focus Zemo as being the villain in this whole series. Maybe one episode he'll look like a very bad villain, but I don't know. I don't see Zemo being a very bad villain this whole time. I don't think he's going to really try to get into people's heads. Maybe he will. Who knows?
Maybe it's Mephisto.
Mephisto is this whole time the Power Broker.
It's John Krasinski.
That's definitely not happening yet.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It should be interesting to see what's gonna happen in these next coming episodes, and even just the final episode. Because again, we're still learning everything. We're just on the second episode, so definitely seen, probably the reveal of the Power Broker. Maybe some revealing of how these people, the Flag Smashers, got their super serum powers or super strength. Yeah.
Okay, do you think Old Man Steve's coming back, or do you think he's dead?
No. That man's living out his life in retirement, obviously. We gotta leave the poor man alone. He's definitely not coming back as Captain America or old Captain America. Be interesting to see him come back and confront John Walker,
or like just give Sam guidance or something,
Yeah, that'd be very interesting to see Sam coming back or going looking for Steve for some guidance. But I don't think he's gonna come back. If Feige said that Chris Evans is not coming back as the Captain America role anymore, I don't think we'll see him again.
Yeah, but they're liars, so. Like
Yeah.
they lie so much.
They could be liars, but I don't know. To bring back Chris Evans as an old person, I don't think he would want to do that. I think the man wants to run around and kick some ass still.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Dang. Well, I think we can stop it right here. To be honest, you good with stopping it right here?
Yeah, I think we talked a lot. We'll definitely be talking a lot more. The more coming so of episodes of whatever we have going on with the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah,
All right.
I guess we talked for a good minute, so yeah.
Yeah, about 35 minutes here.
Yeah.
So I guess we can end it right here. Thank you guys, or whoever you are, for tuning into this podcast. We don't
Even
know
if
what
it's
our
one viewer.
we don't know what our schedule is gonna be for this podcast, but we'll try to get his episodes out as fast as we can. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and we will be on every podcasting app as soon as possible. So yeah, all right, say goodbye.
We just gotta see where this lives off, but
Yeah.
hopefully this is a journey that we started off, and hopefully it goes on for a really long time.
Nah, man, I hope
So
so.
hopefully, we'll have some fun. Like I said, we'll definitely be going through a bunch of different stuff. Like definitely we're doing the Loki show when it comes out in June.
Oh, most definitely.
The Black Widow movie, and this Wednesday, Kong versus Godzilla, the very most anticipating fight movie we're gonna see.
I can't wait for that, man.
We'll definitely be talking about that. We're not sure when we'll upload that episode, but we'll try to get that as soon as possible as well.
All right. Well, I think that's it, man. I think.
Yeah.
Peace out. Mamba out.
Peace out.